For 17 years now, you've heard us talking about Healing House, the great work that they do, the Martini event, but do you know what actually happens once the kids enter those doors? Well, in today's Parenting Navigating the Journey Together, I'm taking you inside of Healing House with Executive Director Janae Broussard for part one of how kids get the help that they need during an emotional time.
So this is actually our talking room, and what happens here is at the beginning of each and every support group, all of our children and volunteers and group directors gather here in this room, and we have what's called our opening circle. And so it's an opportunity for each of the children to be able to share their name, their age, their loved one that died, and then whatever sort of the question of the week is for that day. And in this circle, each of the children has a chance to share, or they can pass the talking stick. So whatever feels natural for them that night. Once everyone has a chance to share their story in the opening circle, we do an activity all together. That might be creating memory stones for our loved one. It might be drawing our favorite activity that we did with our loved one. It might be playing a game like Grief Jenga. So just kind of depending on sort of what the needs of the group are, our group activity will be based off of that. And so this part of the group typically takes between the first 30 to 45 minutes of that support group, and then the children then move on to what we call free time. So this is the hurricane room, and in this room what we usually do with the kids is we use this room to help them explain those bigger, larger emotions like anger, anxiety. What some people don't realize is that one of the most common feelings amongst grieving children is anxiety. So after the death of their loved one, there's a sense of powerlessness. Kind of the life that the children had before the loss is gone. And so if we can create an environment where children can kind of express power, express strength, but also at the same time give them an opportunity to get those feelings outside of their body, can be extremely helpful. And so one of the things that we'll do with the kids is it's called our Clay Smashers activity. And so what they'll do is on a big sheet of paper, they'll write down either the things that make them angry, the things that cause them worry, and we'll tape it on the wall here. Each of the kids will get a huge ball of Play-Doh, and they'll each take a turn throwing the Play-Doh at the paper on the wall. And so it gives them an opportunity to get those thoughts and feelings out in a physical way where they're not sitting inside of themselves.